From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Big flames, but no injuries. I'm Gabby Crevitt, and coming up, I'll have all the latest on a Belgrade fire just off of Jackrabbit Lane.
Butte's often overlooked Chinese heritage is celebrated in an ancient tomb sweeping ceremony. I'll tell you about it coming up.
6:31. There's a live shot on Community Hospital of Anaconda into the mining city right now on this Monday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here. Beautiful weekend. Beautiful day in store for us today. It's already starting out gorgeous outside on the patio, Matt. So
I wish we could sock more of these away.
Right?
Just in case. Yeah, we are looking at a little bit of a shift in our weather pattern by the time you go into the mid to late part of the week. You won't want to miss that forecast. But man, today is going to be fabulous. I just want to focus on what we're dealing with this morning. 30s and 40s for most of the area, the coolest air, West Yellowstone and Butte. I think that we warm up nicely today, back into the upper 70s. Lots of sunshine. We do have a very isolated chance of some showers in southern Gallatin, Madison, and Beaverhead counties, but our temperatures will be fabulous. That shift in our weather pattern moving in as early as Wednesday evening. We're going to talk about the impacts that may have on the rest of your week coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. It is now 6:32. A family-owned business caught fire off Jackrabbit Lane in Belgrade early Sunday morning, bringing on a response from multiple agencies. MTN's Gabby Crevitt has the details on this local business that burned down just weeks before it was opening.
On Sunday at around 3:30 in the morning, an employee at the Jackpot Casino in Belgrade, just off of Jackrabbit Lane, was walking out to his car after the end of a shift when he noticed the next door business had started on fire.
Yeah, I was leaving work and I, kind of looked across the way. I heard what kind of sounded like a fire, and then a couple popping and some hissing, and it was loud enough I had to take my earbuds out.
Monty Kerr made the call as soon as he could see flames visible from the Rocky Mountain Car Wash, a family-run business which was slated to open in June.
Police department arrived on scene, Belgrade Police Department arrived on scene to find fire and smoke visible from the structure, reported that back. Our units arrived on scene and obviously began fire suppression efforts.
Multiple agencies responded to the call, including the Central Valley Fire Department and the Bozeman Fire Department. Central Valley's Fire Marshal Bruce Hennequin said it took just under an hour to get the fire in control and a few hours to fully extinguish the flames, which were visible from I-90. Hennequin said the firefighters had good access to the fire, but were concerned about nearby businesses.
There was a pretty decent wind this morning, not significant, but enough. It was blowing embers around. So they were concerned about some of the vegetation around the hotel over here and stuff, but we didn't have any extension to those areas, so we were fortunate.
Now the Central Valley Fire Department and Belgrade PD are investigating the scene and collecting evidence, as the cause of the fire remains unknown. While there are no reported injuries, the future Rocky Mountain Car Wash was left devastated by the fire. And as for Kerr, who made the initial call for service, he told MTN News he was amazed by how quickly the fire grew.
It was a small little fire. I was contemplating running back into the Jackpot, grab the fire extinguisher, but I got a wife and kids at home. By the time I called the cops, when I took that video, it was probably 10 minutes. I mean, that thing went up like crazy.
Reporting in Belgrade, Gabby Crevitt, MTN News.
By the way, Gabby tells us one of the owners of Rocky Mountain Car Wash told her that they do plan to rebuild. Well, it's been a little over a week since the May 4th elections, and 3 trustees' positions were voted and filled for the Bozeman School Board, but now the board soon will find itself with yet another vacant trustee position. School district confirmed to MTN News that Andy Willett is resigning from the board because he moved out of the school district. Willett's term does not end until May of 2022, by the way, but the move makes him ineligible to serve on the board. Board will appoint a new trustee to fill the end of Willett's term. His resignation expected to be accepted at tonight's school board meeting. He was the 3rd longest serving member on that board. Well, Butte held an ancient ceremony Saturday afternoon at one of its cemeteries. It celebrates the mining city's Chinese history. Our John Amy shows us the history leading up to this unique event.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS this morning.
希望你们在地下平平安安，富富贵贵。
Butte's often overlooked Chinese residents were being memorialized in an ancient ceremony that honors the dead and ancestors, known as a tomb sweeping ceremony. A Qingming festival was held at the Mount Moriah Cemetery in Butte, which included the burning of fake money to speak with dead ancestors, sweeping the graves, and placing willow sprigs at the headstones. Many people from Butte's early Chinese community were buried in this back corner of the cemetery.
Chinese were segregated even in death. They were excluded from citizenship, but also discriminated against in many ways in daily life. Chinese, of course, were a very big part of those early decades of Butte from the 1880s on.
And as they sweep the graves, they drink wine, eat snacks, even fly kites, because while it is a somber event, it's also a celebration.
That is so awesome. I never thought I would say this ever anywhere in United States and in Butte. Well, I think right now Butte is my, favorite city forever.
During the ceremony, Shui Yan spoke to the spirit of her grandfather, who had died 7 years ago.
I said, if you have any wish that you didn't achieve, you can talk to us in our dreams so we can know.
And hosting a ceremony like this is just another one of the many things that makes Butte very unique. But for some people, it's also very special.
And I know that growing up, Jing was really important. And I remember all of this, and it's really important.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
All right, thank you very much, John. 6:37 now. It is something that has been talked about for years. Should the military revamp how it handles sexual assault allegations when they occur? As our Joe St. George reports, changes appear to be on the horizon, with survivors saying it's about time.
It is a number about the military no one likes to hear. In 2020, reports of sexual assault among the armed forces were up 1% from 2019. While exact numbers are not yet public, we know 2 years ago there were 7,800 reported assaults. In 2018, 6,000 reports, an upward trend that's heading in the wrong direction. Amy Marsh's husband is an active duty officer with the Air Force. She says she was assaulted by her husband's commanding officer at a social event at Traverse Air Force Base in California.
He was supposed to be my husband's mentor, so I reported it months later because I was afraid to say anything at the beginning.
It was then Amy learned how complicated the military sexual assault reporting process is.
The commander gets to make the decision.
Currently, commanding officers of the accused decide if a sexual assault case should go to trial. A proposal in Congress would change that so independent military prosecutors will decide if an alleged crime warrants charges. Commanding officers would still make decisions on more than 55 other potential crimes. In Amy's case, the commanding officer of the man she alleges assaulted her decided her claim didn't warrant a court-martial. For her, it was devastating.
None of these commanders has the experience or the knowledge or the education that a private prosecutor would have had.
Changes in military procedures have been talked about for years, but not much has changed. However, in the last few days, a major and rare bipartisan breakthrough has occurred on Capitol Hill. The Military Justice Improvement and Increasing Prevention Act now has 61 senators supporting it, enough to clear previous filibuster opposition. Republican Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa, Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York, and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. A major reason the bill appears to have the votes to become law, even if it's still doesn't have universal support. Tom Spohr, a former lieutenant colonel writing for the conservative think tank the Heritage Foundation, Congress should avoid changes that would erode the military justice system. The retired lieutenant colonel arguing commanding officers should always be in charge of discipline. Articles like that, though, don't bother Amy. She believes her side is going to win this fight. What does this piece of legislation mean to you?
It provides me hope. Hopefully this legislation will prevent future incidences such as mine.
In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
Of course, a story we're going to continue to follow here on Montana This Morning. Meantime, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, restaurants taking new steps to reassure customers. Coming up, see how workers at some restaurants showing proof they have received the COVID-19 vaccine. But first, here's Anthony Mason with a look at what's coming up at 7 o'clock on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues to intensify. We'll discuss the latest violence, the administration's response, and the implications for the Middle East. Also, the confusion over the changing rules for mask wearing. We'll ask Dr. Ashish Jha when it's safe to take it off and when to keep it on. And in our new series, Spring into Summer, we'll share tips on how to travel safely for your family's summer vacation. We'll see you at 7.